All right, so we are recording. So, you guys, I'm so excited to bring my special guest on with us. Her name is it Hong?
Yes, it's Hong.
Hong. Okay, Huong Forrest. And you guys, she was on a call with us last night for our presidential powerhouse Zoom, and she just had this fire in her. And I was like, oh my gosh, I got to get you on a call like tomorrow. So, what we're starting to do here is this is our weekly leadership call, and we just want to hear lots of success stories. So, and I don't even think I know your story. So I would just love to hear it from beginning to end of, how you found it works all the way up to where you're at now, and kind of like some obstacles and things that you had to overcome in the process.
You got it, y'all. And I apologize. I'm driving to a health and wellness fair right now. Otherwise, I would love to look at y'all. So I told Katie to be my eyes and read the chat just in case y'all bring anything up. So,
And yeah, if you
um,
could just tell us where you're from, like everything.
you got it, honey. All right. So, like Katie said, my name is Hong. It's Hong Forrest. I live in Reno, Nevada, and I'm a presidential diamond. I've been in the business for it'll be 5 years, y'all. Not next month, it's almost next month, but in November 19th. I found it works from a really good friend of mine, Chantel Lyons. She's an ambassador diamond, and she and I cheered together on the Kansas City Chiefs not several, many years ago. And she and I cheered together, so we were really good friends. Pretty good friends actually. Her husband and my then um, guy that I was with at the time, they were also really good buddies. But y'all, I found this because she was posting before and after pictures, and I just remember thinking this is absolute crazy horse crap. You and I came from a world of fitness. If you want to look better, feel better, you know that it comes from eating and working out. That's exactly what I was thinking every time I saw one of her before and after pictures, and I was not supportive whatsoever. I never liked any of those pictures. I just kept scrolling until one day, I remember it was August 2012, and she posted how she and her husband had each earned this $10,000 bonus. And y'all, it made me stop. It made me stop my scroll, literally. You never know what's going to make people stop scrolling and actually read your post. For me, that was it. I paused, I read it, I sent her a Facebook message immediately that said, is this legit? Is this true? Did you and Herman actually do this? Send me some information. She was on it, y'all. She was on it. She emailed me right away. I remember it was Labor Day weekend because at the time I was still working as a corporate travel sales director for John Oswaga's Nugget. It's a resort casino here where I live. And Labor Day weekend means the rib cook off. So I had clients in town that I was entertaining, and that was very normal. I worked 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, but then if I had clients in town, I would have to take them out to dinner or spend the weekend with them. And with it being a special event weekend, I had clients in town, but I managed to send her this message. She emailed me. Here's a funny thing. Those of y'all who have red personalities, I'm red. There are times when people think that I'm blue or other colors, but I'm very red personality. I need something. When I need something, I need it right away, and I need it immediately. And she sent this email to me, but I was so busy that that moment had passed, and I didn't open that email ever, and I never read it. But that thought of making extra money, earning that $10,000 bonus stayed on my mind. And a couple months later, fast forward, it's her birthday, and I go to Facebook to write her happy birthday on her wall. And y'all, I don't know what overcame me. I said, "Happy birthday, Chantel! For your birthday this year, I'm joining your team." Never rapped, never been to a rap party. Um, she lives thousands of miles away from me in Kansas City. Never seen anybody here around here who had ever showed anything it works. I just wrote that on her wall, and she called me at work immediately, got my info, got me signed up, and I got started right away. She top lined me even thinking that because I apparently had been on her chicken list for a while. And so she top lined me. But here's the thing that many people don't realize about this is that I did nothing with my business for the first couple of months, y'all. Nothing. I never even got fast start qualified. Um, that part always cracks me up. And I look back at it. So don't discount your folks who don't do anything in their first couple of months. It took me until middle of January when she came back from conference with lit. She was on fire, y'all. And she said, "Who's going for this $10,000 bonus? Coach Mark just brought it back. Who's going for this?" And although I wasn't doing anything in my business, I was a stalker and a lurker in her team page. I read everything. I never commented, never liked, but I read everything. I was just one of those people. So I read everything and I saw that post. No idea what overcame me. Okay, this is like God working, you guys. But I wrote on that post, I'm going to do it. $10,000 is what attracted me to the business in the first place and made me stop my scroll. $10,000 was what woke me up again in my business, or gave me that vision and actually got me to start working my business. So I was like, I gotta do a party. So I started to party. And y'all, I partied my rear off. I partied my way from distributor to triple diamond within that 6-month window. From the time that I said yes to this business to the time 8 months later, it was exactly 8 months later that I was able to walk away from corporate America because we paid off over $20,000 worth of debt in those first 8 months of my business, including the time that I did nothing in those first couple of months. So y'all, I literally partied my butt off. Newborn photography business. My boys were 2 and 4 years old, and my husband worked swing shift. But this person, me, who didn't have any time to work this business, or so I thought, finally found the time because I prioritized this business. I did parties, several parties a week, and I do them at home in my house when my kids were upstairs. I could invite people over to party with me. I didn't have a massive network or anything like that, but I relied on the power of network marketing, the power of, excuse me, of a friend bringing a friend who brought a friend. You know what I mean? So I partied my way to triple diamond in 6 months. I went diamond by March 31st of 2013 to qualify for that and get that $10,000 bonus. We went double diamond that following month in April, and 3 months later in July, we went triple diamond. I invested and I sacrificed so much, and a lot of that was sleep. A lot of that was rest. I'll be honest. I did not sleep because there was no time to sleep. So I gave all that up, but it allowed me on July 19th, 2013, knowing that I was going triple diamond in just a few days, it allowed me to work my very last day in corporate America and walk away and be able to bring my boys home from daycare. I don't know how many of y'all are moms, but I'm a mom of 2 boys, and being able to have the clarity from paying off all the debt that we did gave me the option to be able to say, yes, I want to be a full-time mom. Yes, I want to bring my boys home from daycare instead of picking them up at the end of the day with a piece of paper that tells me what my kids were doing while I was building somebody else's dream. Y'all, we don't know we want something until it becomes an option. So if you're still a full-time working mom and this is not your full-time gig yet, and it might not be, you might not want it, but you don't know that you want something until it actually becomes an option for you. And that's what happened with us, and that's what happened in our life. So that was triple diamond, July 2013, and that was fast for me. And that was fast for back then, I felt like. But then, y'all, I sat at triple diamond for nearly 2 years until I promoted to presidential diamond in May of 2015. When I share my story now, I feel like I am so vintage. I am so vintage, but here is the thing. I was able to get to triple diamond really fast. I got 2 years, almost 2 years before I went presidential diamond. And I remember thinking, what an eternity that felt like. But in those 2 years, I was still building my business, but I got all this time with my boys because they weren't even in kindergarten yet. I got time with my babies to raise them, to be with them every single day, to not answer to anybody. And I was still growing my business. And that was, gosh, 15. Oh my goodness, that was over 2 years ago, y'all. So now I'm at Presidential Diamond, and I've been at Presidential Diamond for these 2 years, y'all. I've had my ups and downs just like anybody else. And I shared this on last night's Zoom, where many people feel defeated and they give up at that sign of defeat. I have been defeated many, many, many times, just like Katie, just like many of y'all have as well. But the difference is I know the feeling of defeat, but I don't give in to the feeling of defeat. And I work my business regardless of how I feel. That's the biggest difference. And one of the things, like my friend Chantel always says it, is that consistency, that perseverance, that is something that I have in me that nothing can take that away. No amount of defeat, no amount of, excuse me, guys, no amount of no's, no amount of people quitting my team, no amount of people jumping ship is going to make me stop, because I'm going to be consistent and work my business regardless of how I feel, because I don't get paid for how I feel. I get paid to work my business every single day, completing the steps of success and teaching other people how to do the same. So I can't sit back and dwell on my feelings because XYZ happened in my business. I have to move forward and keep working. Guys, I firmly believe God did it once before. He's done it multiple times. He'll be able to do it again. So regardless of where you're at in your business, you're brand new, you're on fire, maybe you're a little bit classic and vintage, OG like me, but y'all, people come and go in our businesses. Your feelings will come and go in our business, you know, in terms of your highs and your lows. You're going to experience so many highs, and you're going to get knocked the heck out as well. But you have to stay consistent. You have to work your business every day. You have to have the belief and the faith. That's something, my faith is unwavered, 1,000% unwavered in this business. And even in the ups and the downs, I just have this calm and always know that our company has our back. And look what's happening right now. What's happening right now is tomorrow we're about to get the announcement of a lifetime. Even the company says this is the biggest launch in the 16-year history of our company. And I'm still around for it. And that's what excites me, is that I am around for this, and I know that this is going to allow us to come out of the valleys and get to experience the view from the top. I always say that, like, the man at the top of the mountain, he didn't fall there. Y'all, we didn't fall there either. Y'all are on this leadership Zoom. We didn't fall into a position of leadership. We worked our butts off to get there. We have to continue to work our butts off to get there. Those of y'all, maybe if your businesses dip down a little bit or anything like that, and maybe you're considering going back to work. I just had a talk with some of my leaders about this, guys. But y'all, if you're considering going back to work or anything like that, okay, do it. But go back to work in your business. Get back to the basics of your business. Dig deep into your organization. Where are those loyal customers? Where are those really old loyal customers who maybe haven't been ordering? You need to reach out to everybody right now within your organization, active or inactive, and be in touch with every single one of them. That's going back to work. That's getting back to those basics in our business, because think of all those people in our organization who have not been contacted in so long. And this is the biggest launch that we've had in our company's history, and you're going to allow somebody else to introduce that launch to them and not you, then you might as well be leaving all your money on the table, because it's just not right. All right, Katie.
I love that.
I think I was talking super fast.
No. I love it. I love it so much. And yes, so everybody on this call is anywhere from diamond, double, or triple. And so yeah, you're right. Like, we have seen it all. We've, hit those promotions and then fallen from them, and we've seen people leave. We've seen highs and lows. And I love what you just said, that guess what? We were the ones that did not quit, and we get to be here for this. So, so right now, I don't know if you know this, but Sarah Rankin is my enroller, and we're all in a group with her, and our phones are blowing up right now because she is just freaking out about this new product line, and I don't think any of us can even breathe right now. And so the fact that, there have been leaders on our team that are no longer with us, and you want to know what? Honestly, too bad for them, because they don't get to be here for this. And so, as far as you, like you said, you've overcome those obstacles, people have left, and you're like, I'm not going to let that stop me. I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to keep going. So tell me, what are you going to be doing these next 48 hours? Because obviously this is huge. You're going to be at a health fair all day today, but what are you feeling? Like, tell us. Yeah, Alex just said our feelings don't pay us so much truth. Like, they really don't. You know how many times that we don't want to get out of bed in the morning. We're too tired, or you're just not in a good mood that day. As long as we're consistent, that consistency is going to pay off. And that's where this product line is going to open the floodgates for all of those seeds that you've been planting when you've been consistent. So tell us, what are you feeling right now? What are you going to be doing? What's your plan for this new product line? Like, tell us everything you're feeling.
I am feeling intentional. I'm feeling so excited. I am feeling like, I always say this, but my 2013 Hong.
Yeah.
That was the year. Y'all know what it's like when you are growing and you're promoting and everything else, you don't think about anything else. You don't care what people are saying. That's how I feel. And I know that the blows and the getting knocked down and everything else that happens in our business chips away at us, but y'all have got to find a way to put your pants on. I always say, put your eyebrows on and go to work. You've got to find a way to do that, no matter how you feel, no matter what life delivers to us. And you've got to be on purpose, and you've got to be with intention. I used to say all the time, and y'all, I have been in this industry since 2004. I earned a car with my very first company. And I remember even back then, I used to say, fake it until you make it. On this journey with the self-development and everything, I no longer say that. I say faith it till you make it. And I use the hashtag childlike faith a lot, because as a mom of kids, obviously, if I was a mom, but as a mom of my two boys specifically, When you look at your kids and you tell them no to something, they still find a way to get a yes. They still find a way to do that. And so that's what we have to do in our business. That's what I'm going to do. I am digging deep into my reports. I'm not going to be getting much sleep. Last night I was up till 2 in the morning, but it was not a wasteful up browsing aimlessly on my phone. I was on purpose and I had intention and I was working with that purpose and that passion. And that's going to be the difference. When you know exactly what you're doing, you're going to stay on task. You won't be as tired even when you get less sleep, but I'm going to be digging deep in my reports. I'm going to go to my hundreds list that has grown tremendously over these 5 years. I'm going to go to that list and I am going to reach out to all the people that are on that list, every single person, even the ones who have told me no in the past. Because you know what? Every 6 to 9 months, people go through some sort of life change, and they might have not have needed it back then, but they might need it now. And it might not be, a yes to the opportunity. It could just be a yes to hearing about whatever this new product launch is going to be. I'm not leaving any rock unturned. I am touching everything because there's that saying, everything you touch turns to gold. That's one of my affirmations. I firmly believe it, and I'm going to touch everything. I'm not leaving it unturned. I'm going to be with my teams. I love that y'all are on this leadership Zoom, that you guys do this, because I think that's something important. Y'all got to stay connected and stay in tune with each other, but push each other. I'm pushing my team and my sidelines, pushing ourselves so that we don't stop until they announce what this is. Because you guys know that once they announce, there's going to be no sleep. There's going to be no rest, but that is a small price to pay for what we have our hands on and what this is going to do in this last quarter of the year. So I am reaching out to everybody. I'm going out and I'm going to meet new people every single day, 5 new people every single day. I'm not coming home until I meet those 5 new people every single day. So those are some of the things that I am going to do, but you just have to be intentional about your business. You can't accidentally get to that next goal, reach that next goal by just waltzing around wondering what's going to happen.
I love that. I love that. And I think that just hit something with me. You stayed up late, but you weren't scrolling. And so you were being intentional about your staying up late. Because I do that. I stay up late. And I feel like we all have done it at one point or another where you stay up late and you're scrolling. And you're like, why am I even awake right now? But I love that you said we're going to stay up late. And instead of maybe spending time scrolling, you guys, let's spend time scrolling through our reports and finding all of those distributors that are no longer with us. Maybe they want to rejoin, or those people that never end up doing anything. Hey, are you with us? Or all of those customers, because with this product line, everybody is either going to want to be your customer or your team member. So don't count anybody out. Like, go through those reports.
Yes, and I remember, y'all, when I first started this business and was working my business and building and growing, I remember people would always ask, because all the leaders were up late. Everyone's like, why are you guys up so late? What are you doing? And so people thought they had to stay up late because it was just this thing. Don't stay up late just to stay up late. If you need your rest, get your rest. But if you're going to be up late and you are a night owl anyways, be on purpose. You might not be able to engage with somebody because they might be asleep, for example, one of your potentials, a few of your potentials. But like Katie said, you can take that time, because I call that like in the sales world, you have times during the day when you can make sales calls, and then there are times when you don't make sales calls because nobody's in their office. Those nighttime hours are a great time to dig in those reports. Don't spend your time during the day right now to dig in those reports necessarily, because you're wasting the hours you have right now to actually be engaging with people. That's where we have to be smart and wise about our time. A lot of us, many of y'all maybe do it works full time. You don't have a full-time job or any other job or commitment. This needs to be treated like that work. You need to get up, and if it makes you feel better to get up and get dressed, then get up, get dressed, put your face on, and put your clothes on, and sit down to work, or go somewhere where you can feel like you can productively work if it's not necessarily in your home. But we've got to create these schedules for ourselves. Just because we have all this freedom of time doesn't mean you have the freedom to waste that time. You've got to be on purpose and intentional with that time. And if that means scheduling out your day, even though you don't have a boss, then you got to schedule it out. I'm a big fan of The Miracle Morning for Network Marketers. Incredible book if you've never read. It'll start you on the habit of getting up earlier, doing the things that you need to do before the rest of the day gets crazy. for myself, with those two boys of mine, I have to get certain stuff done. Or if I miss that window, I have to wait till they're off to school before I can get stuff done, because that's just the way it is. It is too crazy. It is too stressful to be able to try to focus on my self-development while I'm trying to get my kids ready too, right? So fill your cup up so you can fill other people's cup up. But at the same time, schedule yourselves and schedule these appointments with yourself, and don't blow them off. That's the biggest thing, is that we don't meet our goals and don't meet what we want to do, or don't get to what we want to do, because so many times we blow ourselves off, and you guys are canceling on those meetings with yourselves. And by those meetings, I'm talking about your power hours. I'm talking about when you try to go blitz somebody and you have a goal of blitzing 5 people and you leave before you're even done. You just blew off a meeting with yourself. You are the CEO of your company, and you just blew off a meeting with yourself. How do you expect anybody else to take you seriously if you don't take yourself seriously?
I love that so much. I love what you said last night on the call about how don't cancel on yourself. Don't cancel on your dreams. Like, stop canceling on your dreams, like you just said. And by missing out on that stuff, I love that. I love the way you put that. So,
But Katie, it's so true, y'all. And this is like when I was first reaching for my goals, I was like, yes, I got to go diamond by March 31st so I can get that $10,000 bonus. And I did it. Fantastic. The following month, okay, so I guess now I'll go double diamond. I did go double diamond. And then the following month, I was like, okay, I'm going to go triple diamond in May. I didn't reach the goal in May, but does that mean that we stop just because we don't reach the goal? No, we never stop. If we stop, what are we teaching our teams? Move the deadline, not the goal itself. Same thing with my kids. They're Cub Scouts. They're raising money right now with their popcorn fundraiser. I have to be out there in a freaking Cub Scout uniform with them, out there for hours while they're selling popcorn. But y'all, basic skills for entrepreneurship can be taught. It can be learned from a child. My boys are out there, Mom, we want to sell $1,000. Or if they say, Mom, we don't want to stay the whole 6 hours. Okay, so sell that $1,000 in 4 hours or in 3 hours. When you get to that goal, then you get to leave. You get to treat yourself when you reach your goal. If you don't get to treat yourself if you don't reach your goal. One of the things that we chatted about on that Zoom last night was the fact that this week, on all the major network stations, cable, whatever they're called, NBC, all of those shows, the fall shows are going to premiere. Y'all, we all know that This Is Us is very popular, Scandal, all those other shows, right? But guess what? I DVR them, and if I get my work done, I get to treat myself with that. I don't get rewarded for not doing the work. My boys, they don't get rewarded for not selling their popcorn and doing their work. The things that we need in our businesses, it's taught, and we learn it as a child. But then when we become an adult, something happens. The fear or other people's opinions, all of that gets into our way, and we no longer have that fierce childlike faith that we had once upon a time. And it is so sad that day when that actually happens, because so many people don't realize that it happens. But I feel like we are in a place as entrepreneurs, as network marketers, with our company, that I feel like we're in a place where we can recognize that and we can cut that crap out. If my kids behave this way, I would spank them. I would. So think about that with yourselves.
I love that so much. I mean, that's just discipline. That's just discipline. It's we all have that show, right? And I'm not a big TV watcher. I have one show that I watch the whole year. But I love that. If you don't get DVR it and if you don't get your stuff done, you literally can't watch it until you get your stuff done. And I love what Nicole Ethel was saying last night on the call, that, it's okay to show your network that you're a real person and you do watch a show so they can relate to you. So they're not always seeing you work, so they feel like they can do this. But be disciplined and say, okay, I told myself that I was going to complete my steps to success this month, and it's the end of the month, and I haven't done it, so I can't watch that show yet. And
Right?
It's just discipline.
It absolutely is, y'all. It comes down to it. It's the discipline of everything. There is nothing wrong with showing our audience on social media that we are real people, that we live lives too. I show people that all the time. I show them my quirky side. I show them my strange and weirdness about me and all of this stuff, right? But I'm still working my business, because at the end of the day, you are the owner of your business. You are the owner, you are the employee, you are all that in your business. If you worked a traditional job, like let's go back to my old job that I walked away from 4 years ago. If I went back to my job and I walked up to somebody, I don't feel like working today. Here's my job function. Tessa, I'm going to need you to do my work for me today. Would that ever fly? Absolutely not. It would never fly. So the only person who can do our work is ourselves. That is the only way that it'll work in this business. Even for people with like huge networks or anything like that, they can't pass their work off to somebody else, because guess what? They are the one who has the relationship with the people in their network. So we can't pass off our job. We can't pass off our responsibilities for somebody else to do. We have to do those things. We have to be disciplined enough to do those things. And going back to the schedule, going back to the calendar, y'all, that Miracle Morning for Network Marketers book, set up a schedule for yourself. Set up a schedule. Stick to it like you would if you had to set an alarm clock to get up to go to work at a job.
I love that. I love that you talked about how like you have to do your own work. You're the one with the relationships with those people. And so, I love everything that you talked about. I know you're on your way. Wait, how long until you get there?
I think it's like another 15 minutes.
Okay. So what's your plan? I mean,
Time.
what's your ambassador deadline? Like, what are you pushing for right now?
December 31st would be the goal.
Okay.
The goal. So you know what? I know I'm in years past I've set a goal of December 31st before. So y'all, I'm just gonna work hard towards that. I'm not working hard at it like, oh my gosh, it's okay. I'm just gonna push it back. This is my goal. This is my deadline. I've been a distributor for 5 years. Every single year, I have said that I'm going to be Ambassador Diamond. I'm going to walk that stage as a top earner. And man, gosh darn it, it has not happened yet. And it pisses me off that it has not happened yet, because it's up to me. If it's going to happen, it's going to be up to me. Regardless of the ups and downs, it's still up to me. I am sick and tired of being right here. And until you are sick and tired enough, I feel like we aren't going to get to elevate for that next level, because so many of us, myself included, become content and comfortable with where we're at. But I am sick and tired of being content and being comfortable with where I'm at. Presidential is all fine and dandy, but you know what? I want ambassador. I want to be able to make that black diamond money. I want to be able to be recognized as one of those top 10 earners walking across that stage. And I want to help my team see that, oh my gosh, I have a leader who is doing that, which then gives them, because a lot of times the things that we do, people feel like they don't have permission to do it until they see that it's been done. I need to do that, because not just for myself and my family, but for my team.
Yes, I love that. I love that, because when they see that you are doing it, they believe that they can do it too. So
Amen.
we talked about that on the car and the way home from Nashville. Were you in Nashville?
I was not, y'all, and no excuses, but I was in Kansas City a couple weeks before, and then I had
Yes.
hosted a mini boot camp in Sacramento, closer to where I live here, just a week ago. So y'all
Yes.
babysitted me home, but you guys, I said the energy that I was feeling from y'all coming back from Nashville was what I felt coming out of Kansas City.
Yeah.
I needed that being poured into so much. So I love that energy that y'all brought back from Nashville.
Yeah, and I'm the same way. I was in Nashville, but I wasn't in Kansas City. And so when I wasn't in Kansas City, I was like, I'm feeling that. I gotta, I was already planning on going to Nashville, but Nashville was huge. And like when we talk about how, when like Mark said on the call that people were standing up, we weren't just standing up. We were standing on our tippy toes. Everybody had their phones out. Everybody was out of their seats. Everybody was screaming, and they still didn't give it up. But
I was hoping that they would, because you remember, Katie, I can't remember how long you've been in, but when they introduced WOW, they launched it at a Nashville event. So I was for sure thinking they would share.
Wasn't it, didn't they launch it at Dash?
They did, but they had samples. Nashville was the next closest event to it, like a boot camp or a one team, one mission, and they shared it with everybody who went to that Nashville one team, one mission. Right.
Yeah. I have been in since May of 2013. So awesome. I was definitely around for that. And when you think about this, guys, I feel like I sound like Pam. When you think about the wrap is huge. The greens are huge. And we weren't around for those launches. But we were around for the Berry Greens launch. We were around for the Hair, Skin, Nails launch. We were around for the Cleanse launch. And I feel like those have been the biggest products. I mean, obviously all the products that we come out with are huge, but I feel like as far as really making like a boom and customers flocking in and wanting it, the Hair, Skin, Nails, and the Cleanse have been the biggest that I've seen yet. And that is just going to be a very, 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 very small fraction to what we're about to see.
I could not agree more. Y'all, I have no idea exactly what it could be. Obviously, they dropped a second clue if y'all saw that on the It Works Game Changer website. But they dropped a second clue, so now it's just confirming my hunches. This is super exciting, extremely exciting because we all know everybody has a desire to live a little bit healthier, would like to have more energy. We all know everybody who has that desire. So this is going to be the biggest game changer ever. And if you are not doing the work, you are going to be missing the boat big time.
Yes, and we keep saying to our team, this bus is moving whether you are on it or not. Obviously, you guys, you're all on this call, so you're on the bus. Congratulations. But if you have anybody in your downline at this point, if they are not on the bus, like last night, I felt like we were at the rolling stop. Okay, this bus is about to go from 0 to 60 real quick. Last night, we were at like a rolling stop to where it's going to get going. It's putting the driver at a rolling stop. And today, I feel like we're rolling a little bit faster. And tomorrow, I swear to God, you guys, if you have people on your team that are not on the bus, they get to decide today. Today's like the last day. Up until tomorrow at I think 3:05 is when I looked at the countdown. This bus is going to be moving, whether you and your team are on it or not. So get your team on it, because more team members that you have on the bus, the faster you're going to promote. And Alex said, so I just want to tell you what my Triple Diamond Alex is saying. She said, I'm going to need to bottle up your energy and send me some. She said, I'm not missing any boats or buses. So I love that. Like we are here. This is going to be huge. And I'm excited to go ambassador together.
Yay!
And oh my gosh, you guys. And it just reassures like all of our faith in this business. We have this presidential group where there's 135 of us in there. And I don't know if that's all the presidentials in the company. I think I asked that the other day and I don't think anybody knew. But the playing field is so wide open. And when we say that anybody can get to the top and anybody can promote to presidential ambassador and anybody can be a top earner, that is the truest of true. And it's just about, like you talked about, the dedication, the work, the discipline, talking to the people while they're awake and then late at night doing the reports. And then if we just keep filtering that process, this is going to be so huge. We're all going to be It Works millionaires. They have the money in It Works to pay every single distributor $1 million a month.
How amazing is that? How incredible is it to know that? I think it's just no other other companies would fold and go under to even think of that possibility. And ours, because of the vision that's been cast many years ago, because of the debt-free, because of Mark and Cindy, and because of their continuous vision, they're able to pay us out so much every single month.
Yes. We're sitting on a gold mine, and now is the time where it's being tapped into. And if you're on the bus, your paycheck is also going to go from 0 to 60. Imagine what this is going to do. It makes me like almost have tears in my eyes before Christmas, you guys. This is huge. I mean, like,
so exciting.
Conference, I'm just going to be like taking 6 Compiens every couple of hours at conference because I'm not even going to be able to handle the excitement.
I already take 4 every day on a normal basis.
Oh gosh. Somebody said last night, Compienza sales are about to go through the roof.
Seriously.
I mean, this is so exciting. And Hong, I'm just so appreciative of you, like last minute hopping on this call with my leaders and sharing your story and sharing your excitement. I had to grab some of that last night when you were giving us your fire. I was like, I gotta get you on this call.
You
So
are too cute. Y'all, she literally messaged me right in the second the Zoom was over. It's like, please do this. More than happy to, y'all. My energy is fed off of y'all's energy. So I appreciate sharing the morning, or it's almost afternoon for y'all, but sharing a little bit of the time with you. So let's do this, guys. We're all going to the top together because it's more fun that way. So don't
yeah.
get left behind. Get on the bus.
Yes. Well, I hope you have a great show today. I appreciate you so much for chatting with us on your drive there, and to Ambassador and beyond.
Woo woo. Bye,
All
guys.
right. Bye. Okay, guys, don't jump off yet.